Alright, welcome back to my channel. Alright, today, a simple explanation about what I offered to you. Okay, my new subscribers and my old subscribers. Alright, the simple mistakes that I speak of. Okay, so I'm going to give you a clear example. Alright, so stay with me. For those that don't have an attention span, you're actually implicated in this video. And I'm going to show you what I mean, okay? Now, understand what I'm trying to show you, okay? I'm trying to show you that the answers are all around us. Matter of fact, the cure, right, to this very problem is literally not making these simple mistakes. So let's go ahead. I'm going to use this video. I'm going to break it down one by one.
Where did all the good men go?
What's happened to all the real men out there?
Men, where have you gone?
Ah, yes. How many of those videos have we seen now? The ones I've featured on this channel before. The ones where the women are walking around Target or walking around grocery stores. The ones where they're shopping in bookstores or sitting in their cars, bawling their eyes out as the camera rolls. The ones where they're asking, where did all the good men go? Meanwhile, some dude in aisle 7 is standing there holding protein powder and paper towels thinking, oh honey, I saw you coming, and took the long route around housewares.
And there you go. Problem number one. Okay, pretty simple. Quitter. It's that simple. All right. What do you think this is? All right. This is my biggest problem, I guess. Is where are all the? It's not the good men. It's not. That's the confusion of everybody, including the guys. All right. What women are saying is, where is the men, the real men, not the good men, as in the good guy. Understand? It's that simple. All right. Like like what his example here is literally saying, quit. All right. Not to mention his whole video is the mistake. It's the simple mistake of lashing out and saying and declaring that you're quitting. Understand? It's that simple. This whole game and premise that I speak of, chess, right? Love and war. There's a couple of rules that eliminate you from the game. Period. And one of them is indeed quitting. Right? It's amazing. Now, go down to the damn comments, right? And all these guys agree. Women, where are all the good men? Men, where you aren't. Quitter. See? I'm one of them. Just walked away in silence. No drama, no vids, no social media. Just a peaceful life. I'm thriving in every way. Yes, except in the damn game. You ain't getting no girls. That is pathetic. Understand? I mean, I could go on and on. All of these comments, they're all the same. All these guys agreeing with this dude who is past his prime, obviously, right? And is now an advocate for men to be heard. Now, look, I'm not knocking this guy at all, right? He do whatever the hell he wants. But the point is that all these guys are a bunch of damn quitters. Look at it, and every single one of these comments has a bunch of likes. Right? They're all quitting. They're going their own way. And all this is submissive woman behavior. And that is literally my point. That's how easy it is. Right? I don't know how else to explain it other than to tell you, right? And I know you, my viewers, understand this. Tell you, literally, you are acting like the female you're trying to get. Female that's rejecting you because you're acting like a female. It's that simple. And to prove my point, here's his points.
Because here's the truth, the one the ladies don't want to hear. The answer to their question that they completely ignore, even when we say it straight to their face. And that is, the fact is that the good men didn't disappear. didn't go extinct, didn't get abducted by aliens. No, they just got tired.
No. They just got weak. That's the truth. That's the truth. And you're saying it without saying it. Even though this guy's saying, right? You told her to her face. This guy's actually right. He is right. 100% right. But he doesn't understand, right? And I'm telling you this, he doesn't understand despite his age, right? He does not understand how right he is. And that's part of the problem. And here's what I am offering to you. What if I told you there was a different way? What if I told you that I had the answer? What if I told you how simple it really is by just understanding what you are actually doing? If you choose the path that this guy has chosen, and the path of least resistance, which, by the way, right, is literally telling you, right, what not to do as a man. Understand? That's where that comes from. The path of least resistance is the bitch move. And this is exactly what he is promoting. And that is the problem. Understand? So he says they didn't go anywhere. They're right there, right? Only they're tired. What does that mean? What does that mean in the eyes of a woman? That's my whole point. In the eyes of a woman, you just said you ain't the man. You said you suck. Period. Right? And you got nothing left to give. So yes, you would be indeed discarded. Because that's just the way it is. Period. Period. And if you were a real man and honest with yourself and looked in the mirror, you would indeed accept that yes, you are not worthy of a man. And I understand, right, that popular here, I'm not going to win no popular contest because of what I just said, right? This word, worthy, there seems to be a problem of this word, right, in the manosphere, in all the red pillars, and all the guys, the MGTOW, going their own damn way. They're allergic to this word, worth, right? You ain't worthy of it, right? And one of the fastest ways to get eliminated is to do this. Exactly what he is doing. Understand, what he is saying says more about him. And everybody commenting on his video says more about all these guys and him than it says about the women. Even though this whole video is about how women, right, are evil and they're ungrateful and all this other crap. But understand how simple it really is, what I am telling you and showing you. It says more about him and the guys commenting than it would ever say about women, because women do not care about that. Understand? Not to mention it shows that you are all a bunch of damn rookies, novices, men without experience, real experience, when it comes to women. And that's the problem, right? Now let's continue. I'll show you again.
Tired of the confusion, tired of the contradictions, tired of feeling like every interaction with a woman comes with terms and conditions that nobody bothered to read. And little by little.
Exactly. Tired of everything that he says on the list is novice mistakes. Rookie mistakes. That's what I'm saying. Rookie, simple mistakes. I do not understand, and it's getting worse and worse. Guys every day are making these simple mistakes and can't seem to get past the first couple of mistakes. It's just that simple, right? And the biggest mistake is not understanding that you're making these mistakes, right? And the proof is in the pudding. 124K subscribers. Comments up the bagoozle. 1.9K likes on what this guy has to say. And again, I'm not knocking the guy, right? He truly believes he is correct. 100%, however, he is not correct, because what is the name of the game? To get the girl. He clearly didn't get it. Or the message, for that matter. Right now, if indeed, as he claims, and everybody in the comments here, claim that the goal is to be alone and peaceful, then you've won. Congratulations. But why are you bitching about it? Understand? Why? Because you didn't get the girl. That's it. That's how simple it really is, right? But again,
Little as I've mentioned many times before on this channel, men have walked away.
Look at them. Into the sunset to circle jerk. That is, again, pathetic. Right? I mean, this is, I guess, a good time if you go with the boys, right? Having a beer, talking about the universe and shit like that. Right? And you got your woman, you're successful, or you're going hunting, whatever the hell it is. But if you're going away to leave and into hiatus, no woman in sight, that's a circle jerk. A sausage fest. A place you don't want to be. All right? It's that damn simple.
Quietly, without protests, without hashtags, without press conferences, without making millions of videos telling the world they've walked away. You know, like all the women are doing now.
Now that's the irony right there. The unself-awareness of what he just said. They're all leaving without making videos. And here he is, a whole ass channel about how men are tired and they are quitting and leaving and realized and their peace and they're unappreciative and all this other crap. There's the irony right there. There it is. Every single one of these dumbass guys that commented in this video, right? Look at this. Endless comments. All agree with him, right? And the irony of what he just said is my whole entire point. That's what I'm saying. It's the simple stuff. It's the simple stuff. The very simple first rookie, right? Mistake. They're doing it over and over and over and over again, which is why they can't get past the damn hump. That's why they get frustrated. That's why they quit. So I do understand why. What I don't understand is why they can't seem to see past this simple mistake. The irony of what they are doing and saying. They don't seem to understand why they look the way they look. Why it doesn't work. Right? What they're doing and what they're saying. Check this out. Here's an 18 hours ago comment. I went into ghost mode years ago. Understand what the hell that means. All right. That means he's been out the game for years. Now, if we're being real, what the hell has he been doing this whole damn time? Obviously baiting off. Now, if that sounds like a good life to you, well, shit. You're in the wrong channel, right? But anyways, let's continue. I don't want to make this video too damn long, but there you go.
Trying to cope. No, men just stepped back. Not from life, not from success, not from purpose, but from women, from the game, from dating and relationships. Well,
there's another irony.
We're talking.
They all stepped away, not from life, right? Purpose and doing stuff and making money. And all this shit means not a damn thing if you don't have anywhere to put it. And by that I mean, wink, wink, your greatest tool of them all. For all these stuff that guys claim, they got money and cars and all this other shit, don't mean shit. Understand, that's another fallacy. You can keep your mansions and your Bugattis and all your little lifestyle and all that shit. All I need, right, is the women. And I know how it sounds. Somebody could say, oh, what, you pedestal and simp. Nah, bro. You just don't understand. All right? You just don't understand. You know what makes, right, or actually connects the bridge between the rich and the poor? I'm going to give you a little bit of wisdom here today. What connects, what evens the playing field? Matter of fact, I'm going to use this example to show you how I am right. And it's not for being right. It's to show you and make you understand, right? Anybody listening to this, maybe this is it. This is the turning point where you finally realize what I'm trying to show you. Everybody's talking about this controversy of the Odyssey, right? Now, the Odyssey takes place after Troy, right? The War of Troy. What is the big-ass argument of this whole damn thing? Two things. Two big-ass things. Now, there's all sorts of fucking problems, right? All of them. The casting's up. The casting is shit, period. But there's two big-ass problems. Besides the dialogue and all that other crap I don't want to get into. The two biggest problems that everybody's moaning, bitching, and complaining is two. One, you got Ellen Page, right, playing Achilles. Why is this a problem? Because in the subconscious of everybody, and in the real of this existence and this universe, and I know how that sounds, a little dramatic, but yes, the be-all, end-all. It's a woman trying to be a boy playing one of the greatest men of all time. Understand? It doesn't work. Why? Because of the same premise that this guy here is saying. He doesn't fit the profile of what the title of the Achilles is. So, the irony. What is the irony? Is that he is claiming for all these men that he says are going their own way and all this shit, all that's really going on is that they do not fit the profile. Understand? The profile of the Achilles, in this case, the man title. Right? That's how simple it really is. Now, problem number two. What's the other problem? Helen of Troy. The face, right, that launched 1,000 boats and shit, right? Why does that don't work? Well, because now she's a woman, right? At the end of the day, she's a woman. But everybody's bitching and complaining because she's not worthy, and I don't want to get controversial, right? But that is not the face that launched 1,000 fucking boats. That's just what it is, right? So understand, two big ass problems, and they are both one and the same. Now let me explain. One and the same. They are both talking about worthiness, right? Can the title be applied? That's what I mean about one and the same. On one hand, you got Achilles being played by some woman who thinks she's a boy, right? And can't pull that off. And therefore, everybody's losing their shit. On the other hand, you got Helen of Troy. And that, while she is a woman, does not pull the profile anywhere near close to the woman, right? And by that I mean a 10 that launched 1,000 boats and got a bunch of men killed. And the whole Trojan War and all that other crap. It's all about worth. So understand. And here's my point. What he is saying. He is saying he is not worthy. And he's telling all of his followers here, right? Every single one of these guys that agree with him are telling and agreeing and submitting and accepting that yes, indeed, they are not worthy. And that's the rookie mistake. That's my whole damn point. So, if you like this video, give me a like, share, subscribe, help me help you, like I've always been saying, right? I know it's hard. This is a, beyond the beaten path, right? It's a hard thing to do, I understand, but it's a must if you want to win. All right? If it was a simple thing of everybody winning, then it would be simple to just quit. And it'd be okay to do what this guy's saying. Right? Oh, go your own way and blah, blah. At the end of the day, right? And here's another point, another rookie mistake. You are never gonna win. Ain't no woman on the face of the planet that's worth a damn, right? It's gonna turn around and say, oh, I get it now. Oh, here, my panties are coming down because you've gone your own way. That's not how it works. It never will. Understand? So my whole point, again, you can join the bandwagon. Go ahead. Go ahead. That just means more for me, right? And every other 1%. And that's why it is the 1%. That's why. Because while everybody's quitting, making it easy path for those that know, now you know, right? That's it. Simple mistake. There it is. Don't say you're quitting. Don't declare you're somehow the shit because you're tired. It sounds stupid. Understand? It doesn't work. You're still in the game regardless. I've said it in plenty of my videos. You go back and check it. You're playing the game regardless. You're part of the game. Only now have you become a pawn. Understand? A mark, as they say in the business. You are now part of the game as a pawn, a stepping stone. An example to point. When I'm over here with the girl. Right? It's just, and I'm telling her, yep. I don't know why they don't get it. She over there agreeing with me. As we're looking back, and I know it's harsh. We're looking back at all these guys running around and going, I'm over here happy with the boys circle jerking. That's okay with me. Hell, stay out of the damn way. Right? This ain't a spectator sport. Anyways, before I go on a rant, let's continue. Because he makes more case.
Talking about is what I'm now calling the invisible exit. It's not men giving up. It's not men suffering from a loneliness epidemic. It's men checking out. And that's a big difference. Because...
Is it? It sounds the same to me. Right? Only now you're doing it in silence. You're crying in silence. You're quitting in silence. Nobody saw. Nobody cares. I don't understand why this is appealing to guys today. Because trust me, this is repulsive. Right? It's repulsive to a real man. And that's the problem. That is the problem. Because what does it say? What does it say? Does it say what I fear it says? That all these guys cannot be helped? That what I'm doing is in vain? What I'm trying to do and show? Right? Am I just talking to the damn airway? You know, like nothing there, right? Empty house and I'm knocking on the door? Is that what that means, you know? Fighting an uphill battle. Anyways, let's continue.
let's be honest about something.
Yeah, let's.
Relationships used to feel like you were building something.
I don't know about that.
But now for men, it's become like applying for a job where the qualifications change every third Tuesday. And the HR director doing the interview is more interested in how much effort you're willing to put in while getting nothing or mere pennies in return.
There's another problem right there. All right? This statement sounds wrong to me. And I hear this a lot. A bunch of guys, you know, all over all sorts of videos of all these complaints. They all, at some point, say something like this, where, well, we get nothing in return, or pennies, or all this work for nothing. I don't know about you. Right? I'll comment down below if you're on my team when it comes to of what I'm about to say. I don't know about you, but this statement that you're getting nothing out of it, when literally when you get the W, and I mean the home run, as they say, right? That number the body count, the fatality, the the actual win. I think you're getting everything, the checkmate. All right, so to say that you ain't getting shit means you ain't doing it right. That means you've never actually successfully checkmated. Literally, no pun intended there. Mated. No? Is that what that means? Every time I hear all these guys about, I did all this work and got none. Pennies, like, well, what do you mean, right? Give me the details. What do you mean by pennies? Like, what was it not good? I don't know. It sounds wrong to me, right? To say you ain't getting nothing out of it when you're literally taking everything, right? And I know how it sounds. And we can get into details about that later, but we're not there yet. At least not that raw. But anyway, let's continue.
Add to it the ridiculous double standards and expectations that now define today's women. You need confidence, but not too much confidence.
All right, here's the part where I'm going to break it down. All right, confidence, but not too much confidence. No, you need confidence, the right confidence. You need to know what confidence really is. Okay, and I'm going to give you, if you made it this far, freebie for you. Okay, because I know how hard it is. For some reason, my videos get no damn attention. Right? Nobody seems to care. Right? But here, for whoever makes it this far, and however long it takes for this message to get to you, right? It's going to be well worth. You're going to get the greatest, damn near. This alone will change the game if you can somehow understand what confidence is. Okay? What is confidence? Well, it means that you know that you're going to win. Right off the bat. No hesitation. No second thought. You know you're going to win. You got an ace in your card, right? Ace, in your, you got a card, the ace, right? You got a full deck, as they say. You know you're going to win. That is confidence. Now, how in the hell do you get this confidence? How do you know you're going to win? Right? How? Well, because you've won before. Right? It's that simple. Not to mention, you know you're going to win because you're that damn good. That's how it works. However, there is false confidence. Confidence that is backed by something that does not compute in the world of women, which adds to the rest of his list. Hopefully I could explain it so you could understand. Confidence, true confidence, is backed by absolutely nothing. That is true confidence. That's the right confidence. Confidence that says, I'm winning today, not because you got money, right, or a car, or any other superficial, right, thing. Confidence because you just said and declared you are winning tonight. Period. That, my friends, is true confidence. Let's continue.
You need ambition and to make a lot of money.
There it is. Right? Ambition and making a lot of money. Now, what is ambition? Again, it comes back to confidence. What is ambition? A guy that never had confidence, right? Who has never won, that goes out there into the world and out of nowhere, right, declares, today I am winning. What does that mean? That means he's ambitious. Too damn ambitious, I would say, right? To go from 0 to 100. Just like that. Right? No money needed. There it is. Now, I hope you're connecting the dots. Let's continue.
But don't you dare work too much to get it.
There you go. That's the trick. Don't you dare work too much to get it. What does that mean? It means work smarter, not harder. Now he, right, he is saying that, or he's confused, right? That the work that's put in should be counted. And that cannot be further than the truth. It's actually the opposite. It's work smarter, not harder. It's that simple. Now, the rookie mistake that he makes in the beginning is the fact that he doesn't understand what confidence is, or ambition for that matter, and can't connect the dots. Right? So because he can't connect the dots and he has a limited understanding of what both confidence and ambition means, right? He thinks it's working harder, right? And therefore gets put off when all the work that is done, right? Which, by the way, put the work in the wrong place, that's the point, is not reflected on the outcome of all the work that he did. Because that's not confidence. Understand? It's that simple. It really is. And I know how it sounds. Again. It's just that he put too much work in the wrong place, where it comes off desperate. Understand? Anyways, let's continue.
You need emotional maturity and intelligence.
There it is. Once again, another dot, right? That he can't seem to connect to what I just said. Intelligence and emotional, right? Control. What does this mean? It means that if you had both of these, emotional control and intelligence, you would realize and connect the dots of working smarter, not harder. And you would understand what ambition and, again, right, confidence really means, and how to use it. That, my friends, is what I offer to you. And in simple terms, right? I really do. Right? I use little stick figures. I use videos. I put examples. I'm connecting the dots for you, damn near. Right? So understand, that's what I offer to you. All of my new viewers, my new subscribers, my future subscribers, anybody that's somehow discovered this video. All right? Because for the life of me, I can't seem to figure out this stupid algorithm. And furthermore, I don't know. It's just ridiculous. It just goes against what clickbaits and titles and all this other crap goes against what I myself am selling. So there you go. Maybe I just don't have that skill. And that would suck, right? For all of us, not just me, right? But anybody that needs this message and these tools and guidance will not receive it. But anyway, let's continue.
But don't you dare have any emotions she doesn't like or doesn't approve of.
Yes, correct. 100%. Now, while this guy, again, he's on point with the actual mistake, but does not seem to see and understand and get why it is a mistake in the first place, which I'm about to break down for you right here, right now. All right? Don't you dare have an emotion she doesn't like. What does he mean by this? Well, this emotion, the emotion of quitting, frustration, mad, right? Confused, ranting, asking, begging, submitting. All these emotions are submissions. All these emotions are emotions a man doesn't have. A man doesn't have. And if he does, well, this is where emotional control comes into play. If any of these dumbass emotions start creeping up, a man has enough intelligence, right, to intercept, and then willpower to control for it to not come out, and therefore not end up in this dumbass situation. So there you go. Once again, Explained just like that. Now, sadly, again, if you made it this far, trust me, I see the analytics. Most guys don't ever make it to this far into my video, especially when I make them long like this, because I'm cooking. While this is an 8-minute video, I'm pretty sure I've gone already 15, 20 minutes on a 2-minute clip, and we still got all these other minutes, right? So I'm not going to go too much further into it because I think I've explained everything that I've had to explain. And again, I don't want to make this video too damn long, right? But let's continue. Okay, so again, if you like this video, if you so far you now are understanding, help me help you by sharing, liking, and subscribing. You can buy me a coffee somewhere on my page. There's a link. Right, I also have a couple places you can donate if you want to help. Build this up, and I will show you again, like I always say. I will show you the way, the secrets, the answer, and proven, by the way. I do not just claim to be a guru, right? Hey, you all right? Do this and do that. This is it, right? This is it. Answers, true answers to all your problems. Because believe it or not, this is your biggest problem, right? It is. Anyway, let's continue.
You need to provide, but don't expect a lick of acknowledgement or appreciation in return because it's your job as a man to do those things.
Correct. Ding, 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 ding. Correct. Understand, right? It's a rookie mistake. Now, I find it hard to believe that at his age, he doesn't understand this. Fundamentally does not understand. You don't do all this work. Again, it goes back to the fundamental belief that he somehow has and has never been able to shake or question once. Of doing all this work and getting acknowledgement. That's just your job. That's basic rookie knowledge. Understand? That's manhood 101. You do the grind because you must. You want a cookie? Because you were able to pass the simple steps of what manhood is? Of what a man stands for? About what wanting to be a man? You want applause for doing what every other man on the face of the planet will have to do at some point in their sorry ass life? What every other man throughout history of existence itself has laid out, right? The pathway to manhood, right? The cost of being, literally. You want a thank you for what about every other half a man, right, can somehow accidentally do sometimes? You want recognition for that? For what you must do? Understand how that sounds once I say it like that. Right? It's harsh, but yeah. It's just amazing how nowadays they don't seem to understand that, right? Not to mention you are indeed being compared to every other man on the face of the planet. Right? So once you understand that, and I'll give you a simple example. Right? A simple example. A man that has a house and a car and goes to work, right, is compared to a man that has no house, no job, and is selling oranges on the street. Believe it or not. And at a bare comparison, what do they both have in common? Well, one, they're both guys, right? And two, they're both making money. Right? 3, what is the difference? One guy has all these tools, a house, a car, a job, and is bitching, moaning, and complaining and crying about how he didn't get a thank you. And the other guy selling oranges on the street is selling oranges on the street without no car, house, or any of that crap. Why? Because he's a real man. Understand? Understand the difference. It's just a matter of perspective. A matter of understanding what a man really is. A real man doesn't need tools. A real man gets the job done. Period. Despite his situation. Understand? It's that simple. But what makes it worse is when a man with a house, a car, right, bills and shit, is complaining, whining and crying about how he has it so damn hard and can't seem to see that the guy selling oranges on the street, no house, no car, right? Nothing. Who knows what his story is? Right? Who knows? But understand the level of man. You got one guy on one side, right, with all these tools, and he's crying. Got another guy, no tools, no nothing, and he's somehow, at least, doing the work, right? Not harder work, because, I mean, you're standing on the street selling some oranges. Does that work, right? What is that? He's doing something despite not having nothing. Remember what I said about confidence. Remember what I said about ambition. Remember what I said about connecting the dots. Remember what I said about worth. Understand? You got this guy saying we're going our own way, and you got these 5 guys with backpacks and shit going into the desert to do what? To do what? Declaring, we don't need no women. I tell you right now, that guy at the corner with the oranges would tear that up. He would jump at the chance, right? At the split second to take your woman you left behind. And he has the skills to do it. And that's the harshest part of what I'm saying, right? Understand. And the reason I bring this up, because there was one video somewhere, some dude, some other guru was like, wow, how can it be, right? How can it be that the guy selling oranges, as if that's somehow, beneath him, comes home to a warm meal and a happy house, right? Oh, well, apartment, but because they don't have a house, but and me, right? He said, with a house and a car and everything in order, comes home to bitching and complaining, or a cold ass empty house. How? Because you didn't connect the dots. Because you don't understand how this really works and what you're dealing with. Understand? Anyways, there you go. I hope you understood. I hope once again, right, this gets out somehow. Probably not, right? Because I understand for some reason YouTube just will not, refuses, right, to show this to people that need it. This will not get out because, I don't know, production. I don't know what the hell. I don't know, right? But damn, I can't quit now, right? Because then I would be a hypocrite, right? Going my own way, YouTube. I ain't gonna do right? I quit. Frustrated. I can't, despite my shitty views, right? I must continue to prove a point. Right? That's it. Anyways, let's continue.
You need to lead, but only after permission forms have been signed by the 17 committees she...
No, son. See, this is what I mean. No. If you can't connect the dots and understand, look at him. He said you need to lead, but only after the. Then you're not a leader. Understand the simple mistake of rookiedom, right? Being green, a mark. Is this what's popular, right? This belief that you're a leader, but you need to ask for permission. You know how stupid that sounds. Think about it for 1 second, right? This guy just said, right, in this video that you must be a leader, but only after getting permission. You're not a leader because you're asking for permission, you dumbass. What? Why? If you're gonna give an order and then you turn to the committee like a dumbass, you ain't a leader. You got no confidence, no backbone, or understanding, or intelligence, or any other shit on his list. You don't have it. And yes, well, this is a good AI picture of how it really is. You are indeed under evaluation. Here's the list. Boom. And every one of these girls has a list of them all of their own, based on their own self-worth. And believe it or not, they all think they're better than every other girl in this damn room. And every other girl thinks they're worth more than the girl next to her. And no, they do not care what anybody thinks, because every single one of them lives in their own little dumbass world. And they understand a basic thing, that at the end of the day, they are women first and foremost. And being a woman alone is enough worth in their world to be and have a list of all this stupid shit they want. But the rookie sees this as an impossible obstacle, when the man, a real man, understands that all this list and all this shit that they want, and every single little one of them, is one and the same. It's that damn simple. But anyways, I went on a rant. So there you go, right? It's that simple. All you have to be is the skeleton key. Alright? The skeleton key can open any single one of these damn doors or locks at any given moment. Period. Why? Because he can. That's it. But if you're under this belief that you have to lead and can't seem to understand that if, yes, someone's telling you no, or pushing back, or saying, let me approve first, or you're asking, what do you think, my partner? What do you want to do? What do you want? What do you like? Right? Am I close? Give me a chance. Let me. What do you think? You ain't a leader. Right? What the? Why is this so damn hard? Why? Is it my claim? My claim is this is so damn hard because it's actually so damn simple. The irony is that they don't seem to understand this simple premise of you are not a leader if you're asking for permission. How the hell could you be a leader? And if you're put in this position as a leader by all this committee, again, you're not a leader because you were put there by this committee. They're the man. They're the leader. They're the one making the damn decisions, and you're sitting there thinking you're the leader and don't understand what leadership is, or power for that matter. And again, that's a rookie mistake. Right? Rookie mistake. All right, let's finish it off because I think Long ass video here. All right, let's continue and end with
He's
this.
formed with their girlies and complete strangers on the internet. We men see this crap every single day, and we're sitting here asking ourselves, just what exactly are the rules here?
Well, well, well. Finally, what exactly are the rules? Well, I'm telling you. This is what my channel is all about. Giving you the rules, giving you the playbook, giving you the how, giving you the answer, giving you the why. Everything is here in this channel. Trust me. Help me help you. For every man out there that has ever asked, what are the rules? What are the answers? What's the game? How is it played? Right here. This is it. You don't need any other way. This is it. In my rant there, I kind of gave you everything. There it is. Everything was just given to you. A couple seconds ago. All right? But let's continue.
Why should I even bother? Because when every interaction feels like a performance review, which is how it's become now, eventually there's just no point in continuing.
Yes. That is the point. That's, again, another irony. That is the point. Yes, you're under review. Yes, it's a test. Yes, it's an opportunity. Yes, it's a chance. Yes, you just failed. And why should you do it again? Because that's the name of the game. But understand, you're only failing because you're a rookie. A novice. Alright? Because you can't connect the dot. Because this, everything that you claim to be, and this is even worse, everything that you claim to be will be tested because you claimed it. Understand? That's what confidence is all about. If you claim to say, I am gonna whoop some ass, you will be tested on what you just said. Oh yeah? Well, let's see. It's that simple. Again, is that not a rookie mistake? To say you're going to do something, right? And then not only not do it, fail, but not understand or comprehend that because you said you were going to do something, you were going to get pushed back to see if you actually can do these things you said you would do. Understand? It's the paradox that I always speak of. Right?
Eventually, it's better to just stop auditioning. And that's...
Yeah. Quitter. But for every guy that quits, there's 10,000 more, believe it or not, that will try again. Why? Because of this little thing called manhood, testosterone, toxic masculinity. This want in us, built in us. This thing that we must do. This thing that damn near drives the world, right? So you can quit all you want, right? You get all your buddies, you could all quit, you could all go away. All it takes is one. Really, right? For every 10 guys that leave 10 women behind, there's one dude willing to take all 10. Simple mathematics. Simple mathematics. And now, I dare say, you got ghost numbers. And what are the ghost numbers, right? Let's say there is no man willing to take all 10. there is a woman out there that thinks is a man, she'll take all 10. It's like, it just is what it is. Right? So you're just leaving the prize there for the taking. But that's your fault. That's you. On you. Right? That's it. I should end there because damn, I haven't even got past 3 minutes of this guy's video. And I'm probably 30 minutes in on mine. Alright, let's finish it up.
That's exactly what we're seeing. Men saying, I'm done. Not with rage, not even rebellion, but out of pure exhaustion. The fact.
Does that sound cool? Does that sound like motivational? Does that sound like a woman just dropped her panties on what he just said? No, that sounded like it just dried up. That's it. Legs closed. Boom, it's a wrap. Pack it up. Show's closed. Candy shop's done. Ain't nothing here for you. That's what that sounded like. Right? Out of sheer exhaustion. So basically, you don't have what it takes. And you're admitting it on camera. In this video. To the world to see. And every other guy here, right? Endless comments of people that agree. Well, dudes that agree with this guy. Not one single pushback that I found. Trust me, I read them. Not all of them, but most of them. Check this out. Where are all the women at? What kind of a dumbass comment is that? They're all around us. They're everywhere. Right? All you got to do is look. What happened to Eagle Eye? Right? I'd rather just go fishing. Yep. You do that. I'm happy we left. No, bro. I'm happy you guys left. It's amazing. Right? For every one of these dudes that quit and leaves and all that, just another lesser obstacle, right? No cock block to deal with. Right? No simp. Right? It is what it is, right? There you go. But again, it's controversial, I guess. All right.
The fact is that unlike women, men don't have one giant movie scene where they stand in the rain and declare, I'm done with dating forever. Sorry, ladies, but life isn't a Nicholas Sparks movie. And
I don't think that landed how he thinks it landed. No, there ain't no damn scene in a movie where a guy's crying in the rain. Because that's not the scene. That makes no sense. That scene of the girl crying in the rain, sad and shit, broken heart, that's the girl. Because the man, the real man, is living the journey. Right? Setting up the big victory. Why would he have the sad raining scene? You see, it's what I'm saying. At what point did not everyone, but all these guys lost their way? Why can't they not see they are not women? What the fuck? Why would you want that scene in the first? And why do you think that women care? Why do you think that's like, you ain't making a point? If anything, you're making their point.
And no one cares in the long run that you're posting it all over the internet. No, for men, it's smaller. It's 1,000 little moments. It's men watching the endless video.
Look at this. Depressing. Why is he butthurt? Because all these women are amazing, right? Look at him. He's depressed because he can't get any of them. That's why. You ain't showing nobody, right, especially women, anything other than what they had their suspicion of this guy is pathetic. That's it.
Videos made by women calling any male effort the bare minimum. It's men watching.
Yes. All women know what men want. Yes, it's bare minimum. Yes, because it's built in. It's built in. That's all we do. Damn near. Left and right for you to make any level of attempt. Yes, the bare damn minimum. Why? Because any one of these women here, right, get 10, 20, 30 attempts at any given moment while you think you're the only one. And you think your sorry ass attempt, right? Your sorry ass excuse, your sorry ass whining, bitching, and complaining should be in any way, shape, or form considered by this woman that just got 20, 30, 40 attempts at any given, right, day, place, or situation. Do you not understand what the name of the game really is? For every dumbass attempt that you ever made, right, it is times 10, 11, 12 at any given day, moment, or night at the club, right? It's just drowned in thousands of attempts by any other guy. All right, and we'll end with this, because I must not, I don't need to go any further. Right? What's crazy is here, all right, is that fundamentally you will never understand. If you go this path, you will never understand why it is that while I can say something like this, where like, oh, she got 30 attempts, and the only one she looked at was the one guy that was selling oranges in the thing. Why? Because that guy stands out. Because that guy knew what to say. Because that guy took the damn chance. Right? Knew the timing. knew the game. Right? Was aware enough to understand and know his place in this grand scheme of the game of love and war. Right? It's chess. It's chess. And you, well, not you, my viewers, but the pawn here, the pawn that made all the moves, bought the drinks, said all the cringe shit, and then eventually quit, right? Put her in the position to come across the guy selling oranges. And I know how that sounds. It's bad. It's bad. But the only reason she ended up in that position is because you failed. So what happens at work or any job when it's posted, well, we got an opening, we got vacants, you got 20 dudes show up already. It's like, oh shit, nobody wants to work. Boom, 10 go like, don't have the qualifications. Another 10 just quit. You're like straight up, I don't like the pay. I can't do that, what you're asking. You're gone. What happens? Right? The job needs to fill the vacancy. That's it. So out of desperation, right? Humble guy that sells oranges comes in. And he don't even ask. The girl says, hey, you want a job? Guy says, oh, sure. What do I have to do? Right? Well, we pay this. I'll do it for half. Because he's happy to have the job. The opportunity itself. Because he understands fundamentally this little process that I just described to all of you right there, right now. The vacancy. Alright? There's a vacancy, and it's simple mathematics. One spot for any 30, 40 guys, and it must be filled. And if you all quit, right, it will be filled regardless. Period. So there you go. All right, I hope you liked today's episode, right? If you made it this far, I just laid true knowledge for you. A little bit of wisdom, right? A little bit of coaching. A little bit of tips and tricks. Just a simple understanding, right? He's sitting there scrolling, crying, bitching, and complaining. All these chicks are out and about making these dumbass videos, right? You can't catch a fish if you don't go fishing. So there you go. I'll see you in the next episode.